Thoughts are gone, thoughts don't care. Ghosts in my head, thoughts that tear. F941239 branded on my file before I was 5 years clear. They all said the same shit. Better not tell, kid, it'll get way worse in here. Even the real kids whispering threats while their parents steer. Born in a folder, no crib, just a case number and a hearing date. Pills crushed in my juice, respiratory waves turning toddlers into a court case. F943 anxiety, F90 poesy or separation ink they used to label me. Now those same codes turned into calibers, letters load the AR-15. 5156 for the panic attacks, 9 for the snakes, 223 for the mess they made. Leave me alone. This is perfect Christian home. Still feel your husband's hands on my neck. Leave me alone. Night shift worker, keys rattling while you're proud of leave me alone. Caseworker with the crocodile tears. You got paid while I starved through it all. Starved through it all. We the invisibles, aged out the system. No feelings left, just facts and mathematics. Hypervigilant, heart rate flat, rifle fluent, pistol fully automatic. Grown now, pulling up, packing. Only lesson we kept is right from wrong. Now wrong, getting corrected. 30-round hymns in a real dark song. You built a monster, setting trauma, now the monster got drums and a mask. Every face got a name, every name got an address, every address getting dead. Ever one fresh meat, still crying for mama, think reunification real. Level 2, bounce like trash, learning roles in every house they make you feel. Level 3, chameleon bag, never unpacked, visible just enough to eat. Level gray, master read a lie in the blink, route around rules in the street. Level 5, invisible state, on ghost file too thick for any worker to read. Sleeping fragments, exits mapped, made it out so low they know you a different breed. We the invisibles, age out the system, no feelings left, just facts and mathematics. Hypervigilant, heart rate flat, rifle fluent, pistol fully automatic. Grown now, pulling up, packing. Only lesson we kept is right from wrong. Now wrong, getting corrected. 30-round hymns in a real dark song. F94 through a 5 pop 6. F93 0 to a full auto switch. F94 to reactive, that's why the AR twitch. 9 millis for the snakes that smile in your face. 223s for the nights they said this hurts me more while they finish the chase. Every code they wrote, every caliber, every lie became around. Every better not tell turned into a reason. We outside right now. Seen kids get walked out the back at 3 a.m. Staff pockets, fat, no sound. One phone call, file closed, another invisible. Never found. They pray we don't de-lock forever or read the barrel in despair. But the ones who survive remember every smell, every room, every stare. Thoughts are gone, thoughts aren't care. Ghost in my head, thoughts that tear. We the invisible, aged out, fully loaded, no fear, strapped heavy, heart on zero. Just a pulse and a plan. Right from wrong is all we know, and wrong finna meet the whole fam. Pulling up quiet, windows down, 30-round lullaby. Invoice for every tear, every touch. They are taking our kids every day. A child a minute, no one has a thing to say for those who have been isolated. Don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallets. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You will no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stopped losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She's tired of our kids being taken, god damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up by Tic-Tac. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with hot speed. We will do so much being together. The birds of a feather flock together. So watch out CPS, here we come. Picking you off one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken. Sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. Your judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher Warrior. And we cry out to all you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. Our children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping. Stop!
Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Alright. That's it. Man, never cease to amaze myself.
What?
I said I never cease to amaze myself.
Yeah, you never cease to amaze me either.
Woo, Lord almighty. You know, I was looking at that and I'm like, I gotta pay attention to that because bring you out at that certain point, but that's like uncomfortably long for you. Probably you're probably like, it's just like, oh hey, have a quick wave. You're like stuck there for like seconds at a time.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh man.
So how you doing?
Well, I'm good. It's cold up here. I don't know what the temperature is down there, but damn, it is freezing.
Well, it's gonna be 37 tonight, but then hopefully it goes into the 40s and 50s at night because I'm done with the
Yeah,
cold.
but what is it during the daytime out there?
Tomorrow it's gonna be 79.
Oh shit. We didn't even get close to that. We might have got closer to 9 and 90, 79.
Next week it's supposed to be in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, that's not coming. It's like the damn Arctic up here still. It's crazy. Probably taking a bunch of kids too. No one even knows. There's a lot of stuff going on up here in Maine.
Well, I sent you an email about Maine.
Yeah, you sure did. I sent you one about Maine too, and it said that I filed my case. Boom. Yeah. Anyway. What do you think? What is in that email, Tiff, that you sent me though?
I don't know. Let's find out. I just saw it said Maine. So I'm like, oh, let me send this to Darren.
Yeah, he'll read it. He'll take a look at it on his TVs. All right, let's see what Tiff sent me.
Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah, you better at least know what it's about before I get to it. You sent it to me. Is it about the CPSpunisher.com?
It says the number of foster children in Maine declines.
Oh, that's a lie.
It says part of the decline isn't even real.
No, it doesn't. Does it really say that?
Part of the decline isn't even real. The news story reporting a decline that left 143 children out.
Oh my God.
When it comes to the least harmful form of foster care kinship, foster care, Maine's record is getting worse.
Yes. Woo. Yes.
Apparently, a child has died in the hands of a foster care,
Imagine.
a foster parent who had been a child welfare caseworker. Oh,
so she's good. She was trained well. Yeah, they trained her real well.
Yeah, so it's all about Maine and how they suck like everybody else,
That's terrible.
but they're worse.
It's just awful up here. They're brutal. They don't even. They're just like they're wrecking balls. You know, like they don't even. But what do you feel about? A lot of people are talking about that good old Second Amendment, Jeff. You know, and a lot of people are. Oh my gosh! Time out. Do you want to see what I made today?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, if you have young children or whatever, it's not bad. There's just there's no more cussing in it than what's in our show. So I guess whatever. Everybody can watch it. Tiff, you're going to freaking die. Do you know what I did today?
No.
What do you anticipate that I did?
I don't know. It's hard to tell with you.
I made a movie.
Oh, you made a movie? Roll the movie.
It's good. Oh, let me get this. Yeah, I made my first full AI movie.
Wow. You didn't invite me to that notebook thing.
Oh, I put the link up in the show yesterday. I'm sorry.
Now, you know damn well I can't get in there. You're going to have to send it to me.
I just sent you that freaking link on a separate thing. I'll put that in my note. But there's a lot of stuff open here to get to this video. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm so excited for everybody to see.
How long is your movie?
It's Tiffany, don't worry about that part.
Okay.
7 minutes. It's about 7 minutes, I think.
Okay. Well, I thought
Yeah.
I had time to go pop some popcorn, but we're good. Go ahead.
Oh, maybe. You never know. It's hard to tell with me.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened, you know. Open. Thank you. Open with what? I used to really panic when I was trying to do this stuff.
Why?
It's just because I'd be like, oh my God, people are watching the podcast and I'd freak out. But
Oh, please.
yeah, I mean, that's how I felt. It's scary being under this control, you know, under these controls here. Holy smoke. I wonder nothing's working.
Why?
I have the whole world open.
Oh, my.
Okay, now that we do that, we should be able to do this. Sorry about this, everybody. I can't believe if I didn't do this now, I would have never remembered. Right now, everybody's up getting up popping popcorn. You know, this is really not good for me right now. I don't know why you're being so difficult with me. Okay. Now, can we please turn on, please? There it is. Yay. All right, I'm done panicking.
Okay.
All right. Tiff.
What?
I'm so excited to show you what I'm about to show you.
Oh, I'm excited to see it.
This was really worth the wait. So anybody that's out there that was waiting, they're still here? Oh boy, you're in for a real treat here. This is my first digital production, all full AI, guys.
Oh, my.
Yeah, this is a big deal, Tiff. Wherever it is here. Oh my, there's a lot of things here. We're looking for the QuickTime one. Oh my God, we're so close. I just don't know which one of these. I mean, we're like, it's gonna be amazing. I should fucking find it. Sorry, everybody. Just need to find this.
Ooh, that pollen is making my eyes water.
Oh, is that what's making your eyes water? Sorry.
Yeah, the pollen is high here.
Yeah, it is bad. Oh,
We clean a car, the customer comes and picks it up. The next day it's full of yellow shit.
Oh yeah, man, it's all stuck on the outside and everything. Don't even look what you did, nothing.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I hate that shit too. What the fuck is this thing? Oh, this must be it right here. Is that it? I really hope this is not it. I hope this isn't.
Did you hide it from yourself?
No, it's just I don't know what the fuck. I didn't really. I didn't think so. I did anyway. No, I'm trying to make it share the screen, and I don't know what to. Why it's not like my first thing that's up here. You know, like I don't get it. It's gonna make me upset. Now my panicking is starting again. Remember we were just discussing that? You know, there's
Oh, classic. CPS corruption said 5 babies went home today. We won once again. Woo woo.
Go through. I'm gonna be pissed. Come on, are you serious? Yeah, that's good. Classic. That's real nice.
If you need to get salt off your carpets, you need to take it to the car wash and power wash it.
At the car wash.
And then go to the vacuum cleaner and get the water out. Leave the windows down and it'll dry.
Well, that's nice, Jeff.
Yeah.
This is, I'm sorry. I'm really something. I'm really, because it's right here. I can see it. It's right here. I'm looking right at it, Jeff.
I believe you. What are you telling me for? I am so uneducated on technology.
I'm telling you that I'm I'm looking right at the damn thing. It's like, can you share this, please? And it's like, no, dude, I don't have to. I don't want to, I guess. I don't understand why. Well, I guess we're not going to really change anything if I don't play it right this second, but I'm going to continue to try. But I guess we don't have to talk about it, I guess, if you don't want to. Till I bring it back up. Till I can open it.
Well, I did see the patches that you put up on Facebook.
Yeah, I was busy today. I was doing things.
Yes, you were. When are we gonna host with Vince Davis?
You know what? I gotta get. We started talking the other day. He's tough to be on the one with. He's busy. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. I'm trying to get the answer. So as soon as he tells me, he gives me the green light. Maybe you need to ask him.
I don't know how to get in touch with that man.
It's easy. Okay, Tiff. I think I did it.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'd be so happy if I did this. I didn't do it. I didn't freaking do it. Are you fucking with me right now? Like, how is this not? This is just absolutely. I'm gonna have to do it this way.
Well, can you take us down and put it up?
Well, just hold on a minute, please.
Okay.
Tiff, we're gonna. Yes. It'll be on in a minute. These people are pissed. We're losing everybody right now. They're all leaving, throwing things at the screen. I don't think it's quite that bad. Oh, Deidre said Davis was on her show last night. Oh, Deidre, you want a trophy?
Yes, can you ask him?
Hey, Deidre, you want a trophy or something?
Leave her alone.
I love Deidre so much. Deidre, this is for you.
War with Big Punisher.
You fellas looking for a lift? Yeah, it's war now, boys. We are ready.
Big Pussy, the Tuxedo Clan is coming!
What? How close are they?
They're at the door! We saw them! Or run!
Silence! Everyone, with me, now!
What is it now?
The Tuxedo Clan is coming! They're right behind us!
How many? Are you sure? This spaghetti is so good. Nom.
Enough! Everyone, get ready to move!
It's all set, boss. He's inside. Tell me how many of them Tuxedo cats there are. They want to fight? Then we'll pussy whip them. Not today, motherfuckers. You fellas looking for a lift? Yeah, it's war now, boys.
The Tuxedo Mafia thinks they can take us down. They have no idea who they're messing with. This is our turf. We're going to work. We're going in. Stick with me, and we'll own the city.
Listen up, boys. You're going to whack that big pussy. Be careful, don't make it go clean this up. You understand?
Fellas looking for a lift? Yeah, it's war now, boys. We are ready. Fuck around and find out. 1 million. You kill every one of those pussies. You understand?
Sit down. Shut the fuck up. Who sent you?
It doesn't matter. We're going to burn down the city. Get the car, Sammy.
We're going to war with Big Pussy!
That was cute.
Cute?
That was
That's
cute.
it? I get cute out of that?
Yeah, I mean it was good, but it was cute because were those all your cats?
Yeah. I took pictures of them and then I had the AI make like cat videos from it, and then I edited it all together. Like
That is
made a bunch of 6 and 10-second clips that I put in there. And it did it. Yeah. That was pretty cool. It was fun.
hilarious.
Make us a whole freaking thing, like I was just like, well, I don't know. I just had the cat video already in there and I went from it, It was funny.
Wow.
What did you really think? It was good. Do you think could that go viral on the interweb?
Yeah, you need to put it up.
Yeah, it's too big. It's 180 something megabytes or something.
The one that you did that said with one of your cats that says, "I love Tiff and the Punisher."
Oh yeah, I know. I should have put that in on that one. I got that coming
I
next.
put it out. It reached 500 people.
Oh my God, Tiff. We put out real important stuff. It gets 4 views. You throw out a cat, we're gonna get 10 million.
Oh.
Oh, well, thank you guys. Just yeah, I'll get it up there. But yeah, not that had anything to do with CPS. I just figured I'd show you guys. Things are to come. Big things. That Danielle won her case.
I know. I'm excited for her.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And I'm glad those 5 babies went home today.
Yeah. That was in your state, wasn't it?
No, I think that was the one where she was helping the dad.
Helping the dad.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to find out.
Yeah. I guess we will. Wow. Did you get to read over that book, that manual I sent you? You printed
What,
it.
yesterday?
Yeah, or the day before. It made it in your print queue. I know that.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
Well, let's talk about it.
All right. I need to pull it up too, though. I'll pull it up.
You look at it on the screen. I had to print mine.
Yeah, I'll put it up in the notebook thing.
Yeah.
If I can make this thing happen. Yeah, it was good. It was fun. Good. Here it is. Right here, notebook.
Now you need to make a movie about you and me.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I can do anything now. So, and here's the cool thing. I'm going to share the link again with you guys about this stuff here. I'm going to copy the link, and I don't know what's going to happen here. So please don't give us any porn or anything. I don't know if you can or not, but don't. So this is going to be the link. Everybody can click on this and join in the notebook stuff. I don't know if I think everybody else can be a contributor too. So it's pretty cool. We could grow on this, and this stuff, this one that I'm sending out right here, this is just like put in all the episodes of Tiff and Punisher show. So there's the link for that. And then we were going to do the manual. Like, what are we doing? And that is under right here somewhere. Tiff and the Punisher War on CPS. Parallel reality, CPS quiz, Punisher app, and digital CPS tactical briefing, right? Oh no,
the advocate handbook.
Advocacy handbook, yes. Right, there it is. Yep, got it. Because this group, the reason I say this too is that group that we do that podcast with on Friday nights. Loud Angel. They are like focusing more on the advocates too, like they want to give out information of bad caseworkers and all of this stuff so that the advocates know who they're up against, you know?
Right.
So this kind of hits home there because no one really ever talks about the, you know, what's going on here. You know what I mean? Like with the advocates and everything and how they strategize or defend or do anything like that.
Well, I'll come on tomorrow night. What time is it?
It's, I think 8 or 9, 8 o'clock, I think. Yeah, 8 or 9.
Well, just send me the link.
Maybe we could shift it up for you because I know that you're a early riser or early sleeper.
Both.
Yeah, so you do that. But yeah, this book, if you're thinking about being an advocate, it's a great little manual to have. And so, what does they say when they say strategic landscape, CPS operations in the shadow system? What do you think about that, Tiff? What does that say to you? The strategic landscape, CPS operations, and the shadow system.
Well, there's always been a shadow system, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to, one, get rid of that. Well, I will tell you this. It's like, my God, I'm so sorry. My eyes are itching like crazy.
Oh, they're all right.
It's like, even here, we're starting to call out the shadow foster care stuff.
Yeah.
Because why should we be police in a free society? Because that's really what it is.
Yeah, I guess you can look at it that way.
But that's what it is. We're supposed to be a free society, but yet we have agencies, and I don't want to get the alphabet wrong this time, that are listening to us, are watching us. I mean, even when we go in public, and people think that when you're in public that you have a right to privacy, but you actually don't. There is no, let me get the words right, expectation of privacy in public.
Right.
Because this, I don't know, virtual or internet cameras, all that shit is in the society. So the only time that you're really private is in your home, and that's if you don't let CPS or the police in.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all, to me, it's all constitutionally wrong. Why? What is your view?
Well, if it's all constitutionally wrong, that makes it what?
Unconstitutional, and
Well,
it's illegal.
But it makes it void, right?
Yeah, yes.
So if it makes it void, and because it's unconstitutional and it's void, then what?
It cannot be enforced.
Right. That's what's your book say about it.
What does my book say about it?
Yeah, the one you just picked up, the one that you sent me.
It says that it's pretty much void from the beginning, like your void ab initio, and it cannot be enforced. But here's the thing. And when you get the book, you'll see what I'm talking about. They do it anyway, right? Because, and there's some case laws in there too. And oh my God, my eyes. It'll look legal or lawful when it's really not. Even if part of it is lawful and part of it is not, the whole thing is unlawful and it's unconstitutional. It can't be enforced. So people have to learn the Constitution to know what is lawful and constitutional and what is not lawful and is unconstitutional. Because if you don't know the Constitution, you will never know.
You'll never know how to be free.
Well, not only that, like I can look at a statute here in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was looking one up, And I said, well, that's unconstitutional. They can't even enforce this. But of course they do.
Right.
Nobody challenges it.
No, it's and we just let it just goes every day, and it gets more and more and more and more and more and more. You know what I mean? They take more and more. It just starts as an innocent whatever, you know what I mean? But then it's just boom, 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 build up, and more and more and more.
But this is what I learned today. It doesn't matter how much time has gone by. If it was not a good order and it's unconstitutional, it cannot be enforced.
Right.
Therefore, it never happened.
Which makes it void ab initio.
Right. Even though it did happen.
Right. But
really, lawfully, it did not happen.
Yeah. And you know what the better thing of that is? That doesn't even have to be adjudicated.
It sure doesn't.
I know. But I don't understand why more people don't use that. Because there's a difference between void and voidable and all of that stuff. But
correct.
What we're talking about right now is exactly what we're talking about. And you don't need to adjudicate a void order. Because it never was to begin with. It has held such little weight. It's like their hearsay evidence. It's like the same damn thing, you know? So if it's already that, if it's that obvious and everything, then that's it. So it's pretty nifty stuff.
Oh.
Really?
When Darren gets his book and he starts reading it, we'll talk about it on Monday. And then we'll tell you what book we're talking about. Because personally, I think we should all buy copies for all the judges to read.
Oh, Lord.
Because they need to learn what they're doing wrong. But I will tell you that due process under the 14th and the 5th Amendment is enough to void almost any order. The denial of due process.
And that could be what? Whole
Anything.
array of things, right? Like a whole array of things.
Anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
They could be caseworker didn't staple your papers right? Could that be it? Would that be? No, that wouldn't be, right?
Let's just say this. Part of due process is being able to be heard. That is not I'm trying to think of the word that they use. That is not a procedure. That is a foundation and a fundamental right of yours to be heard in any court. And you can challenge these orders at any time in both state and federal court. I did learn that today.
Well, you would hope that you'd be able to.
You can do them collectively.
Wow.
You can have one in state and one in federal.
Yeah. Would you switch back and forth? Is that what you would do for that? If you had one in the state, one in federal, like what would you? Well, how would you do that? What
Well,
do you mean?
we all know that until your case is completely done in the state for family court dealing with CPS, you cannot file anything on that. But what you can file is if you challenge jurisdiction and they continue, you must object to it and ask for a it's a certain word you use.
Tiff, do you see who's here?
Who?
You can see him?
I can't see any Darren, I can't get in as
How about that? I knew she was gonna be excited about that. Saved by the Bell.
What's up, my family?
What is going on, my man?
Oh man, it's been a rough 4 or 5 days. Computer system failures, All kind of shit's going crazy. But now I think we're back on and got everything working. How you guys doing?
Great.
That background is awesome, man. Is that just your wall?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool, man. That orange, that sun, it looks like a sun, man. That's really
Oh,
cool.
that's going to change by the 17th.
Oh, boy,
Lord.
that's right.
Well, anyway, I know we were breaking up the other night, so
We're
I
never
thank
breaking
you
up.
from the bottom of my heart for the mug.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
This is all the way live, and
I
this
didn't
is
have any
it's greatly appreciated. I'm glad to be affiliated with such soldieristic people.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I saw you guys come on earlier, and I actually literally just I just finished work, and like I was telling Tiff, but usually by the time you guys get on and start doing your thing, I'm usually finishing work from 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's like, man, I gotta smoke and drink something and go to hell to bed.
Right. Yeah, you know what? There's something to be said for when you're sitting there at nighttime and you look at all the little green dots next to everybody's names on Messenger and see who's up.
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are covering some serious good topics today with the Fourth Amendment and the constitutional amendments, and just keep up the good work, man.
Well, why don't you get on this conversation with us?
Okay, regale me because I was trying to get logged in and everything. What were we talking about?
Due process.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, I got this book today.
Okay.
And I actually sent Darren a copy because he needs to read this book because I
don't have any books. This will be my first book.
Darren, I told you we'll get you re-upped again after you get situated. And it's about jurisdiction, due process, and fraud, and how to challenge each one. So I was reading that when you challenge their jurisdiction, they have this tactic of converting the conversation to something else, not ruling on it. And then they act like the Constitution is an inconvenience, right? When you're in a court. And it clearly states that family court in Title 4D, almost all of them are void because they violate constitutional rights, and not just all your constitutional rights, but in particular your 5th and your 14th Amendment, because an administration like Title 4D writes up these orders without a court hearing, without jurisdiction, and without due process of being heard. So they're all unconstitutional orders, which makes them void.
That's one way to go about it. But as I teach and have been teaching, and I don't care if it's CPS or Title 4D, and just so you know, the United States Supreme Court ruled there is no such thing as child support. It does not exist. But under the 42 USC subsection 405 policy, all right, they use the Social Security number for identification purposes. All right, as you know, and I keep reiterating it, all right, 20 CFR 422-103D says that card and name, it's a legal name on that card, and the number is the property of the Social Security Administration. So the reason they use that identification, because property has no rights. Okay, and then they use a word called succeed or succession. In Latin, it's called successio, which means the de-evolution of your title, which is, human being, Genesis 1:26, or Genesis 2:16, I think it is. All right, to property under the law of distribution. Property has no rights. So when people go in and challenge in jurisdiction, the reason that they lose is because, number one, and again, CPS, it doesn't matter, any government entity, they lose because, number one, they send mail with a zip code on it. All right. Zip codes are for the corporate United States and its agents. All
Right.
right. So when you accept mail, you automatically waive your rights and you say, I reside in a federal revenue district under federal revenue market venue. Okay. But that's how, and, you know, I've talked to, you know, millions of people and I've shared this with you guys. It's all about that number. Social Security numbers cannot be used as identification. But the reason they have to use it for identification is because it's property.
Mhm.
Now, the Fourth Amendment is what? Your right to be secure in your papers, houses, papers, and effects. Okay. You can, you know, due process of law and, you know, what is, no, that's not due process. That's right to privacy, basically.
Right.
But here's the catch.
Mhm.
When they go into a under the policy, and they also go into a computer matching contract between the Social Security Administration, the 4D agency, the CPS agency. They go into contracts, and they allow them to use their property for identification purposes. And then what they do is they use that for location, right?
Mhm.
And then exaction. So in other words, all right, we're going to find these assets. We're going to find these children. That's how they find the bank account. That's how they find out where your children are going to school. That Social Security number is the mark of the beast, literally. It is the downfall of man. And that's why I stopped using mine like 30-some years ago. So, but that's where the problem is. And then the other thing about the courts that you're talking about, these aren't Article 3 courts. They're Article 1 legislative courts. Okay.
Which means what?
They're not judicial. It's called what you call quorum non judice, in front of a person who is not a judge. They just make it look like it's, you know, oh, there's a court order. So basically, and I think I have not delved into it too hard, but I believe that the CPS, because CPS is in what branch of the government?
Executive.
So how are the courts involved with this?
Exactly. It's a separation of power issue.
Correct. But here's the catch. They go into these contracts. They purchase the services from the judges. Now, I know for a fact they do it under Title 4D. Again, CPS, it's been a minute, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and by all means, everybody who's listening, do your research. But they also go into a contract. It is a separation of powers. But if you've ever read the contract clearly states that the contractors, agents, and employees shall act in performance of this contract in an independent capacity and not as officers, agents, or employees of the state or the 4D agency or the CPS.
Yeah.
All right. So, and if you notice, like it'll have the CPS doesn't represent the child. All right. They represent the federal funding. They
Mhm.
can't represent the child. And if you read any CPS application or Title 4D application, it tells you that. But on their bullshit summonses or whatever they're sending out, it'll say CPS. It may say next friend,
Mhm.
or in something to the fact that they're representing that person, and they're not. It's all a big giant scam.
Yeah, it's a lie.
Sure, it's fraud. But, you know, hey, that's how I'm not playing devil's advocate, but the way they go about doing it and making money is fucking genius. I mean, I really, literally, you know, the only downfall of them is, you know, I pulled the veil back, and basically out of the many years I've been doing this, I can teach everything in the book, but it's always going to come back down to that Social Security number,
Mhm.
that legal name on that number, all right, and that card. That's all it is. Without that, no government can function against you, unless you know, you're dealing with a common law issue. And then the other issue is that if you read the Constitution, it'll usually say rights. You know, the court shall be open. All right, and the court shall be open to every man for injury done him, his land's good person and reputation, and he shall have remedy by due course of law. So that's standing. Okay, without standing, you can't go to court. All that other administrative and statutory bullshit is just their way of collecting money.
So let me ask you something. I don't know if you listened to the Supreme Court on birthright citizenship. Do you think it's going to be overturned?
Do I think what?
It's going to be overturned.
Okay, well, technically it is. What is a citizen? Corpus juris secundum, subsection 883. A citizen is a corporation created by or under the state on which it was created. All right, it is a preposition, all right, that gives reference to a non-living thing. So so citizens are corporations. They're its. They have no rights.
Well, here's their argument. The ACLU's argument is if somebody born here that their parents aren't from here, but the child is born here, they would have, okay, because what it really boils down to is the jurisdiction thereof, those 5 words. So they said, okay, so if we're to say a child born here is not a United States citizen, then state nor federal has jurisdiction over these people. That's pretty much what they're saying. But the opposite side is like, well, tribal has their own stuff. Diplomats have their own stuff. Even if a child is born here, they're still whatever to that country. So me and Darren were talking about this. I said, well, it's kind of like a catch-22. If they're born here, but they're not recognized as United States citizens. I know you hate that word, but nobody has jurisdiction. That means CPS can't touch them and they can't collect money off of them.
Well, it's not, as far as jurisdiction, it's not in personam jurisdiction against the person. All right. Again, look at any CPS application, look at any Title 4D or child support application. All right. And you'll notice that these children are identified by Social Security number.
Well, here's the thing. They won't be allowed to have a birth certificate or a Social Security number.
Yeah, but a birth certificate is a birth certificate denotes a warehouse receipt. So a birth, those are pretty dangerous too.
Right. So who would have jurisdiction? Because that's one of the things the Supreme Court justice, one of them said, well, then who would have jurisdiction over them?
Okay, jurisdiction.
Their country.
No, I agree. But jurisdiction, if you look it up in the Black's laws, all it is authority or a right to do something. So basically, the way that I'm perceiving it, and I'm not saying that I'm right, and I'm not saying that anybody else is wrong. All right, but the way that I perceive it is, and it's like, well, check this out. It's our shit. We can do what we want, and if you don't like it, that's pretty much what they're doing. I appreciate the argument, but again, you're dealing with people who have absolute power, and of course, absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. And that's really all it is.
Well, my other thing was, I don't even know how we can be discussing this without a constitutional amendment, which brings on a constitutional convention.
Well, the Constitution only protects the rights of, what's the last Constitution you read? Did you read Virginia's Constitution? All right, U.S. Constitution. All right, let's go with a state constitution. All right, in the state, all constitutions have what? They start off with what? the preamble, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in the preamble, it says, we the people of whatever, grateful to Almighty God for our religious freedoms and yada, 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 yada. All right. So that renders the Constitution ecclesiastic because it's biblical. All right. What also makes it, ecclesiastic is church, whatever you want to call it, but it's biblical. All right. It's also ecclesiastics because all these people have to swear an oath, so help them who? God.
God.
So in Genesis 1:26, God said, let us create man in our image and our likeness. Right. So under the legal maxim expressio unius est exclusio alterius, the mention of one thing is the exclusion of another. So in the Constitution, we as human beings, the creation of creator, have rights. But, and again, it's going to go back. All right. Then what they do is they succeed us. They de-evolve our title. All right. Our Genesis 1:26 or your Genesis 2:32 title. All right. Of human being to the status of property. This is how they get away with bloody murder. I don't care if it's criminal. I don't care if it's civil. I don't care if it's CPS, Title 4D. I don't care if it's taxes, whatever, anything that the government does, the only way they can interface with us human beings is by and through that Social Security number. Because without it, and I'll send you I'll send you some screenshots. Excuse me, I'm a little punchy right now because I'm tired. So
you got some pollen down there too.
Yeah, I've been pumping since 3 a.m. And listen, our computer system went out this weekend. The server went down, we couldn't get it fixed. So we were able to save some data. So we went out and got another server. We got that one hooked up, and then early this morning that server crashed. Yeah. So fortunately we did. Yeah, it's been stinking crazy. And matter of fact, Tony, she says, "Are you all right?" Because I wasn't this brown earlier. I was kind of like blood red.
Oh man!
She came over to the office. She says, "Are you okay?" And she looked at me, and I looked at her. She said, "I'll just go ahead and leave you to it. I'll talk to you later." Okay, bye. So but it's been a lot of energy expended. But and you'll hear me say it. Be honest with you, because again, it all boils down to that. And because they're legislative courts, they don't have judicial power. All right, but the people, what happened is they're usurping the power and making it look like, this is a court order, or there hasn't been a court in this an Article 3 court in this country since what, 1800? I think I read. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and everything that these courts do, it's all about money. Read the Clearfield Trust Doctrine. All right, it's anytime they deal with money and they go into these contracts, they waive and lose all their immunity.
I want that contract from Virginia if you can send it to me.
I don't have it, but you can do a FOIA request. Freedom of Information.
They don't like me. They don't like me.
Yeah, but they still got to give it to you.
You'd be surprised what they won't give me. I had to call the prosecutor one time to get a police report. They didn't want to give it to me.
Okay,
he said, "Tiffany, I'll get it."
Change the game. Get somebody. Get your husband to do it. You know what I mean? Get anybody. Matter of fact,
I can get somebody to do it.
Yeah, we've been getting and I've been harping on people for a minute due to FOIA requests. And to be honest with you, like last month, I think there was there's not as many cases I wanted, but there was I think 12, 15 cases that got dismissed. Once we get that contract and we find the clause in there that says they're independent contractors and not judges, and we use the expressio unius est exclusio alterius method, now that we're immune. So all their claims, they're claiming that they have, once we get that contract and we present that as evidence under Exhibit A or B, all right, they get no immunity. And after that, now they're like, I just saw the email earlier. It's like, all right, man, how much do you want? we need you to go away. You know what I mean? So, and that's what's been going on. And but again, using their that's evidence. It's evidence against them, and the higher you go up in the courts, the easier it is to present the evidence. We just found evidence that the federal district court, and we found out why they were dismissing a lot of cases, not because we were wrong, but we found out the federal district courts actually allow the 40 agency to come and use their courts. Yeah, which is a major conflict of interest. So, yeah, it's again, CPS, they're when those judges rule in favor of CPS, they're actually bribing CPS.
Yeah,
and that's through the contract. And they say, oh, it's a cooperative agreement. It's a fucking contract, right? You know what I mean? And then the under what is it? 45 CFR 2.34. It says that they have to go into these contracts with the courts, the clerk of the courts, the sheriffs, the attorneys, the attorneys general, prison, the corrections official. And then on the bottom of the clause, it says, and they have to assist those people who operate out of the executive branch with the whether it's CPS or 4D in return for payment. So that means when they're ruling in favor, which they're always going to do most of the time, when they rule in favor of CPS or the 40 agency, all right, they did that under a bribe, and not to mention they did it in violation of the Code of Judicial Conduct because it destroys the independence of the court. All right, and a judge is not to lend the prestige of his office to convey to others that they got special influence over them. So there's so many ways that you can go in and tear them down. It's just the hardest part now. And I've been dealing with this, but I found a little technique that kind of helps is, finding an honest fucking judge. And court, prosecutor. That's the biggest problem.
Well, I think I got an honest prosecutor here. I think he's just stuck on... When I went to talk to him about my case before I showed him my video, he was like, Tiffany, they have absolute immunity. I said, no, they don't. You cannot produce fraud upon the court and think that that's not a crime.
But it's not fraud upon the court if the court is going along with the fraud.
And I get that. So where do we send these FOIA requests? Because I can't send it locally because they're not going to give me shit. They're going to act like I didn't send them anything.
You send it to, I'm not sure what they call it, Child Protective Services.
Yes.
I believe they're usually within like the Department of Human or Social Services.
It's Department of Human and Health, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So you can go right on their website. They have a FOIA page. And you can call what you want, and it's all done by email. They don't know who you are. You don't have to go like a lot of people go down. You don't have to go down there. You can do it right online. I think we've gotten like at least maybe 10 or 15 contracts in this last week from different states going in with the different courts, and that's what's really defiling these court orders because there's like because like I said in most cases they use case laws. They'll use what federal rules of 12b6 failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. And a lot of people don't realize that, if you read the Constitution and if you read the section where it says the court shall be open, I believe that Virginia has that same clause. All right, that's your standing. So if there's no injured party, now granted, Tiff, we talked about this, there's kids that are abused that do need to be removed.
Yeah, we agree on that.
All right. But believe it or not, that would fall under common law. That wouldn't be equity or civil. That would actually be common law because there's a physical injury.
Correct.
So it would be common law. And it couldn't be equity. It couldn't be equity because equity deals on the spheres of morals and not any aspect of positive law. All right. Title 4E, Title 4D, Title 4A were never enacted into positive law. So it's not equity. So the way that they really get around, it's just crazy how they do it. but it's all so it's contractual and all based off that Social Security number. If you now when you get the contracts, and then like I said, you read it, usually it's usually buried somewhere down in the middle. It'll say responsibility. And then it says, the parties agree and understand that they are independent contractors and not employees of whoever. Right there, I mean, that right there, that tells you that there's no jurisdiction.
Right.
It's only illusion.
So when I do my FOIA right now, I've done plenty of FOIAs. What specifically do I ask for?
You want I haven't done CPS in a while, but what you want is the cooperative agreement between the Department of Social Services, Child Protective Services, and the court. You have to specify whatever county. All right, and they'll generally send it to you.
Oh, please text me that in the morning because I know you're tired.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to remember that.
I got you. Yeah,
I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, I'll be back in here tomorrow at 3 a.m. anyway because I got so much catching up to do. Like I said, we lost the whole weekend in 3 days, so I'm gonna be stuck in here for the next probably all weekend. But hell, that's what I do anyway. But yeah, I'll get that to you, sissy. That ain't no problem. And D, how you doing, Punisher?
Oh, buddy, I'm hanging in there. I'm doing what we can do.
That's it.
That's it.
You're doing it well and doing it well. You look good,
and
brother.
I'm looking good while I'm doing it. That's the biggest part. You gotta look good. Style. Best always have style.
Make it look good, baby. And Tiff, diva ass, up in here looking all good.
Yeah,
Blonde having more fun. Shoot. But yeah, you guys, you're on the right track. It's just and I agree with what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying. It's just I don't know, after so many years, my mind is so tuned and my eyes I focus on specific things because case in point, everybody says the CPS agency, right? Or the CPS or the Child Support Enforcement Agency. But if you go to the federal definitions, and I think I sent you something on that, Tiff, it says, all right, case in point, 45 CFR 301.1. Those are federal definitions, some of them. It defines the Title 4D. It doesn't define a Child Support Enforcement Agency. It defines a 4D agency, okay? Because there's no such thing as child support. And it says it's the single and separate organizational unit in the state. All right, that preposition "in" changes everything. Okay, and what they do is they place these agencies, the CPS, because they're operating under federal law and federal funding and federal incentives. All right, they are literally instrumentalities of the federal government. They operate in the state. Okay, and that's why they always put them in the Department of Human and Social Services. And when they get the letter, it says Virginia Department of Social Services or whatever. And then underneath it, it'll say CPS or child support. You'll never see it coming and say Child Protection Agency or Child Support Enforcement Agency because they are within. And what happens is when they place these agencies, and believe it or not, they go into contract with the federal government. 31 USC 6305. All right, it clearly states that the executive branch shall use contracts, all right, in order to provide basically federal funding to states and local governments and all that other shit. So it's contractual in nature. Pennhurst, you can prove that in Pennhurst versus Haldeman Hospital. And then on top of that, like I said, they take bribes, but they have to put in a plan, and they have to tell the federal government in order to get this funding. How are you going to operate, on our regulations so you can get the funding? All right. So when they submit that plan, they become an instrumentality of the federal government. 28 USC 3002-15C. All right. When they become an instrumentality of the federal government, And if you read the code of the District of Columbia, it has a section of definitions. Number 14 says that the states are foreign to the federal government and vice versa. So now you got a foreign corporation. Now, and the other thing is, a lot of people say, well, United States is a corporation. Technically it is, but if you actually read the laws, it's out that their corporate status is a body politic. All right. So they're not claiming the same status as an artificial person like with Walmart or anything like that. They're just claiming it's corporate under a body politic. I'm going to tell you the wording. It's all about the wording. But when you start looking at little tiny prepositions, all right, that just and most people, I did a class yesterday, and I had I think it was 10 people, and I had one of the people read the definition that I just gave to you. I said, does anybody see what's wrong with this sentence? And nobody saw it. And I zoomed it in on the screen, and I said, now read it again. And then when they got to in the state, I stopped them. I said, in is a preposition. You put your wallet in your pants. Your wallet is not part. It doesn't make it part of your pants. You get in the shower. You go in the house. You get into your car. You're not part of that. Which means now, if you break down the words, it says the single and separate organizational unit. So when you break down the word single, it means alone. When you break down the word separate, it means detached and disconnected. And if you break down the word unit, it means being only of one and nothing else. So just like the CPS, it is an alone, detached, and disconnected organizational unit. Now, the cool part is the First Amendment clearly states that you cannot be compelled to join an organization whose beliefs you don't share.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but a lot of people just they overlook that. Well, I don't agree with Title 4D. I don't agree with Title 4E.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
The
I mean?
First Amendment also gives you the right to free association with your friends and family.
Well, yeah, it's your right to associate, your right not to associate. Case in point, we're all associating through our mutual rights. But you got the right to say to hell with Osiris, I don't want you on my channel. And I got the right to say to hell with you, I don't want to be on your channel.
Right.
Which ain't gonna happen. But that's an absolute right. And people and the biggest problem that people have is they don't know their rights.
I know.
That is the biggest, and I mean the biggest. I've seen guys who teach the rights and they don't even know their rights. You know,
I went when one of my grandsons started kindergarten. I went up to the school because I tell people, you don't know who I know, right? You know me, but you don't know who I know. So I called my friend at the school board. I said, hey, I need you to get me a meeting with this school because I don't want them to think this lady's coming in there with this paperwork threatening to sue them because I don't contract with CPS and I know they do. I don't want them to think that I'm a nutcase. And she was like, okay. So we get the meeting. And the paperwork clearly states that no one is allowed to speak to him. And I mean, it names everybody. Anybody and everybody, unless it has to do with education. And if they violate my contract with them, I will sue them.
Well, sure. That's
and they were like, oh, Ms. Wise, we don't want you to sue us. If anything pops off, we will call you. Oh, I said, oh, I know you will, because you don't want to play with me in a federal courtroom because my kids used to call me the court queen and I can represent myself.
Well, sure. Well, that's an ugly word too, but
well, you know what I mean. I can go in there and argue my own case.
Yeah. We call that impropriate persona.
Yeah, that.
And forgive me because, like I said, I'm literally a word guru, so certain words make me cringe. So
I know they do. I know.
That. But what I'll do is I have been doing some research for you in between. And I did find the federal. I think I sent you a copy of it for Title 4E. And when I get a chance, and I'm still chipping away because I'm really backed up. But before this season is over, what is this? We in April now? Yeah, April.
Yeah.
I'm thinking towards mid-May, towards the end of May. Damn, I'm punchy. I will be able to have it on paper and broken down, and then if it's okay, we can get on here. We can actually give a class on it. And we'll tear that shit. We'll peel that thing back and piss a lot of people off, because that's what I do. I piss everybody off.
So do I, and I don't care.
Yep, that's right. Better pissed off than pissed on, and I can.
Yeah, right. You gonna say that again?
I love when I walk into a room and everybody's like, oh, "She's here! Oh my god! Yeah, I'm here. I sure am."
Well, that's because you're the queen. you know what I mean? You're the epitome of respect. Hell, if you walked in the room, I'd probably bow. My lord.
I went to Juneteenth one year, right? And a friend of mine works at my bank, but we're friends. And she's like, the director of CPS is here. I said, oh, yeah. She said, as soon as she saw you, she dropped her head. I said, well, as long as she doesn't part her lips and say nothing stupid, we ain't going to have no problems here, because I'll set it off.
Oh, I love, I've met a couple of 4D, I call them crime bosses.
I know you do.
Yeah, I call them the crime family and crime bosses, but I've met a few crime bosses, and they, it's funny because it's like, oh, so I'm an Osiris in the flesh, huh? It's like, yeah, you know who I am, baby, and I know who you are too. And it's always been cordial, because to be honest with you, I mean, will we ever be able to shut them down? Probably not. When the war hits, everything's going to be shut down, and there is a war coming. But until then, I let them operate, and I reiterate that I let them operate. I got to eat too. So, but on the main thing is, we're in the stages now where more and more cases are getting dismissed based off these contracts and literally the laws of statutory construction. And basically, what we've done now is, I'll give you an example, Tiff. All right, you go down to Virginia Beach and you rent this nice mansion, right? And maybe your birthday party, all your kids, grandkids, still got to get over you having grandkids. And your husband's there and all your friends. I mean, everybody's having a nice time. Now you're renting this just for like maybe a weekend, and a couple of sheriffs knock on the door and they say, "Hey, ma'am, there's a $50,000 lien against this property. How do you plan on paying it?" What are you going to tell them?
That's not my problem. Why isn't it my problem?
Yeah,
because I don't own this.
That's how the Social Security number works. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. We do it to them all day. If you read 18 USC subsection 8, when they put a court order to remove, CPS or 4D or any court order, it doesn't matter. I don't care what kind of case it is. They use the Social Security number identification policy. Okay, so under the law of identity in this is the same as the law. The fact that a subject, person, or thing before the court is charged or represented to be. So it's not a person or a subject; it's a thing. Because remember, 20 CFR 422-103D says that card is the property of the Social Security Administration. Property means ownership. All right, the right to a thing and to dispose of that thing in any manner, in any legal manner necessary. All right. So that's how they're getting over on all these cases. And I'm telling you, I've been using it for years and it works. It works in CPS. I used to use it back in the day, but like I said, CPS, I swear that is a pain in the ass. And, and I decided, I said, well, if I was, one, of course they got mad at me because I was getting cases dismissed, and oh, you're not a lawyer, you can't come in here. I said, well, this is not a judicial hearing. This is an administrative hearing. You don't have to be a lawyer to come here. And then, of course, they're calling security on you. And I got tired of it.
Yeah, now you exit the building.
Yeah, so I just said, well, if you really want me to do some CPS, you better have a serious 6-figure down payment for me to get into that. But because that's how much I hate that shit. And it's not that it can't be done. I mean, I mastered it. We've gotten this was back early 2000s. I got like 5-6 kids back to their parents. But it was listen, that's where I got all this damn gray hair from.
Oh, okay. You get that nair up in there.
Secret is not policies, procedures. It's none of that shit. First one to the courthouse wins.
Yeah.
That's what works.
I mean, I agree. One again, I never really consider. I mean, there are some wrong ways, but like to me, like if you can make it work, make it work. You know what I mean? I've got my techniques. Everybody's got different techniques. I mean, mine I've mastered. I'm like Pai Mei. I'm using the 5-point bomb exploding heart technique. And then they come to find out, who my clients are. Is like, Ahmed Osiris taught you the 5-point palm exploding heart technique. You're like, of course he did. That's why your shit's exploding now.
And that's what I tell people, right? What works for you might not work for me, and what works for me might not work for you. But we can't stop doing what works because somebody else doesn't like it. No, you keep pushing. If it's working, keep doing it.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to get through some concrete, it's going to take more than one blow with a hammer.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Even if you got a jackhammer, that jackhammer ain't going to go all the way through. It's going to take a while. So yeah, but if you concentrate on the same spot, it'll get weak. And then once it weakens, you can exploit that weakness, and you can. So
my little protege, I call her my daughter now. She is tearing their asses up here in Winchester. Do you hear me? Everybody involved in her case has quit, been fired, moved out of the state. Everybody.
We are becoming public enemy number ones.
Well, that's what I told her. I said, because they told her, we'll help you get your kid back, but you have to stop talking to Miss Wise. She's chaotic. She's full of drama. And I said, first of all, I don't go anywhere. Second of all, I'm only chaotic and dramatic when they violate people's goddamn rights and they take children that should not be taken. If they did their job right correctly, they wouldn't have one peep out of me.
But, I think what a lot of people may overlook is the love of money is the root of all evil, Mama Bear.
Oh, I already know this.
And that federal funding is in the millions. And,
Virginia got denied. CPS got denied their raises. Thank you, Danielle. She said, and when I was denying them, I was thinking about you.
Do you remember what they did to Nancy Schaefer and her husband?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, they murdered them, talking about it was a murder-suicide.
Bullshit.
Yeah. And, it's funny because I remember when she made that video, and I was like, really, I was like, wow, and I guess she's thinking, because she was a Christian, God's going to protect me. But, sometimes this devil's can get a hold of you. But matter of fact, there's another one, Carol Rhodes. She wrote, she's from Michigan. She wrote a book called Enemy, Friend of the Court, Enemy to the Family, or something like that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I don't think you can get that book anymore. They tried to murder her. They shot her through the head, and she lived.
Oh my gosh!
And I was fortunate enough about I think she's still alive, but because she wasn't really that old. But she actually hit me up on Facebook, and I had a conversation with her. And very nice lady, because she worked for CPS, and then she transferred over to child support. she was well versed in it, and she got sick of it, just like like you. And she got out there, but I noticed you can still find videos of her, but she's not active on any social media nowadays. So I think because like they did shoot her in the head and she lived, but I don't think she was the same. You're not usually the same after you get a headshot. So, and but matter of fact, because she wears a wig now, and you can tell she's got a wig on. But beautiful person, man, and she really, her, Nancy Schaefer, and a lot of the people that have come out. I watched the video the other night on YouTube, and I was supposed to be sleeping, but it just caught my eye, and it showed how a lot of people when they come out. I'll see if they're in my history. I'll send it to you. When they expose certain shit, after a while, they come up missing under these crazy ass circumstances. One guy they found, they said, yeah, he climbed in the bag and locked it from the outside and suffocated himself. You know what I mean? And there's other people that just they get people to go meet them at a parking lot, and they're gone.
Well, I told you.
Jimmy Hopper shit.
I told you before I hooked up with Darren, I told you my dad is still adamant. Oh, you just need to sit down and shut up because they're going to take you out, change your routine. I said, listen to me, Dad. You need to sell your house and move. I said, listen, ain't nobody running me no goddamn where. If they're going to take me out, it doesn't matter where I go. They're going to get me no matter what.
When it's the time to go, it's my time to go. But guess what? I mean, if they're going to come and do it like that, I don't think I ain't going to take a few with me.
I know that's right.
We'll be dining in hell together. I got a timeshare down on that bad boy. I ain't tripping.
Look, I told Darren, I said, I asked him for his address. I told him I'm not a stalker, but I do stalk my orders.
Hey,
send me the machine gun.
That's it. I have a buddy of mine that always tells me, says, man, you can't, he wanted to quote me one time. He says, man, you can't talk to them like that. I said, I just did. Fuck them people.
Right?
You know what I mean? I set the precedence in there. I'm not going for your bullshit. Let's get it done and over with. All right. Because right now I'm at $500 an hour. And somebody going to pay this bill. And I wouldn't want to be you if you don't pay it. Because I'll sell this shit to some gangster ass and they'll come after you for that debt. But it's now there's so much shit going on, like with this bullshit war, you know what I mean? That's just funding the Rothschild industry, and it's just, it's all about money. It's not about the people. One of the things I've always said was they should put people in Congress, regular people, right? Like us. And you serve for a year, right? You get your pay, and then new people get brought in, right? They get trained, right? And their only job is to, if you read a lot of the constitutions, like New Jersey Constitution, most of them say this. It says governments were instituted to be a benefit, security, and protection of the people. It didn't say what people, though. So,
yeah, that's true.
All right. So a lot of people, overlook that. And, and I've heard judges say, well, they're not talking about people like you. I've heard judges literally say that shit. So, it's just a matter of setting precedents and when you go in here, I go in, as a belligerent claimant.
Me too.
Yeah, it's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. All right, and now let's get this party started. Now you know where I stand. All right, what are we doing? I don't talk to them nicely. I'm not a professional. I mean, I'm a professional when I talk to my people. I mean, give or take, but on the same level, if they get out of line, it's fuck you too. But when you have people I got a problem with authority. I'm an Aries. I don't play that shit. So that's why I've gotten fired from every job I ever had when I was young. I did the military. I did 2 years in the military. I couldn't take that shit, so I got out of that. You know what I mean? I've never actually just left the job. I've always gotten fired because I do what I want to do when I want to do it.
Yeah.
And you know, I just said, well, I'll just be an entrepreneur. Well, in my case, I'm an entrepreneur, but I mean, and you know, the more, because Tony, she always says, oh, you're a hermit. So I'm not a hermit. It's just in here, I run things. When I go out there, you know, and I'm not one that, you know, to say go out and do whatever you want. I mean, I don't mind following the rules here and there. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, I stop at the stop sign. You know, I don't mind that shit. But when I leave here, that means that somebody else who thinks that they have authority over me will always try to exercise it.
I always say we live in two worlds. We live in our own world, and then we live in the public.
Yeah. If you, all right, case in point, let's say you get a letter from the city or something stating that you violated an ordinance. Now, me, no, but check it out. All right. And then I always tell people, well, send it back. Oh no, man, I'm going to get in trouble. No, you're going to get in trouble when you open it, because that's where they're asserting the authority by opening the letter. If you don't open it and send it back, there's no authority.
When them motherfuckers come at me, I just pull up the Virginia Constitution. Landowner, I'm in complete control. You can't tell me what to do.
And the cool part is 99% of them, again, I don't care what kind of case it is. All right. The first form of jurisdiction is mail. But there's a catch-22 with that, right? Well, we sent you mail. Okay, well, what law says I have to accept your mail? What law says that I got to rip open the envelope that you send me and read it? Now, I already know you're going to be asserting some type of you're trying to assert a bullshit authority in there. That's why I sent it back to you, because all right. And guess what? That also serves the other thing you were talking about, because without me being informed of what's going on, that's not due process. So you make your own due process.
I remember I got a letter from the county. Now, this is private property. And my neighbor, Poobah, kept calling the county on me. I had 3 pit bulls. And they were never out front. They were always in the backyard. They told me I needed to clean up the dog shit. Do you know what I sent back?
I can only imagine.
I wrote in big bold letters first, fuck you. This is private property. If you want the dog shit cleaned up, come clean it yourself.
Knock yourself out.
They never came, and I never got another letter.
You know, I think what a lot of people don't realize is pitter patter. Hold on. Please give me some direction on your knowledge. Do you have a book of anything that I can reference? Check me out on YouTube. I'm in Osiris. I was just referring to.
Go ahead.
Pitter patter. But there's a thing called officious intermeddling. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
All right. Officious intermeddling is basically, all right, you go away for the weekend, right? You and your family. You come home, and while you're gone, your neighbor has decided to come over and pressure wash your house, repave your driveway, trim all the bushes, you know what I mean? Make sure the leaves are out of the gutter. Now, it's not nothing negative, and you come back, you're like, oh, what the hell is this? You know, naturally, I mean, as opposed to coming back and there's a hole in your roof, right? So, you're like, whoa, what the hell is this? This looks great. You're going to be like, honey, did you hire somebody? He goes, no, I ain't hiring nobody. I said, oh, well, maybe it's just a miracle. Then all of a sudden, later that evening, you're sitting down relaxing, and your neighbor knocks on the door and says, hey, Tiff, how'd you guys like the work I did on the house? Oh, you did it? That's great. Yeah, but I'm going to need $5,000. And basically, that's what officious intermeddling is. Somebody doing something that you didn't ask them to do and expecting to get paid. That's how the government works. You know what I mean? Oh, it's in the best interest of the children. I didn't ask you to help me. I didn't ask you to help me, you know, keep my children safe. I meant, you know, common sense. You know what I mean? I don't need somebody to remind me of the 10 commandments of what's wrong. And, you know, in my religion, we got the 42 laws of the Moab. 10 commandments actually came from our shit. All right. And, we got, 4 times as many as the 10 Commandments, which is fine. But we know right from wrong. We know good and bad. I mean, however you want to put it. But when you get people whose entire goal is just money, all right, that's what makes, even with the cops, what I mean? They're revenue generators, tickets and warrants and I did a video. I'll see if I can find it. It's on my other platform. I actually found when they do these CPS cases, again, I don't care what kind of case, traffic, CPS, all right, they actually float bonds on these cases. They float bonds that mature in like 5 years. They're called EE bonds. All right. And one case law I read, which is Blessing versus Freestone, the United States Supreme Court said the federal government underwrites 66% of the state's 40 efforts. Look up the word underwrites. It means buying back bonds and securities and that were not bought and reselling them. So that's how these people are making trillions and trillions and trillions. And one day, I think it was, 6-7 years ago, I pulled that readout out in court. That judge got so mad. I said, you floated there's a bond floater on this, right? And I'm not getting a taste. I didn't float it. And this is where I got the judge to admit it. Well, that's not your name. Perfect. Get it? So it's an automatic shutdown. All right, listen, I gotta get some rest. I love you guys. Thanks for having me on. I will try to now. I think we're back up online now. I will try to be joining you as much as I possibly can. I will be doing a breakdown of my computations on the 4E. Once that's done, I will send you both copies. And then when you're ready, we can get up here and do the share screen and we'll break that shit all down and we'll show people how it works. Wake your ass up, old man. You look like I feel. That's why I'm getting off here. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, he's about to go to bed too.
Yeah, we're tired. I love you guys, Tiff. You stay up. Punisher, you stay up. Again, thank you for the gift. And I'll try. You guys today's Friday. You guys want to be on tomorrow?
Yeah, well, Darren.
Yeah, we'll do the random tomorrow.
Okay. I will try. Like I said, I'm backed up. I usually, like I said, this is way past my bedtime. But I saw that you were on. I said, you know what, man, let me get on here and say hi to my peoples because it's been kind of rough for me. And then the other day, I found out what was going on. The server that I had this clause in it that it can only use Microsoft whatever. And it was messing up my videos and everything else. Oh, my God, I was so pissed because I couldn't do any consultations. And when I walked in there today with that machine, the lady looked at me, and I ain't say a word. She just saw the look in my eyes. She said, here you go. I'll thank you. Have a nice day. Then I want the other place got. You guys stay blessed. You stay safe. And I'll try to log in with you tomorrow. Pitter Patty 87. You can hit me at check out my YouTube profile. You can also find me on Facebook, and then I'll try to help you out with whatever you need. Guys, I love you. Get some rest, and
thank you, Osiris.
All right, thank you. All right, enjoy your night.
I will. You too.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay, there it is. Leave. Ooh, get some sleep.
And Darren, on that note,
yep,
you need to go to bed too because you over there half asleep.
I am beat, man. I am tired. I am tired of sin. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, what's your show tomorrow start? Because we'll have to do our show early.
It's 8. I think it's 8 or 9. I don't know. Just pay attention for it then.
Well, why don't they just come on our show tomorrow?
I don't care whose show they come on, but we'll do that. That's fine.
Just have them log on to our show and we can all talk about it.
All right, we'll do that then. That's our plan, Tiff.
All right, Darren.
All right, Tiff. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Everybody, good night.
They took your kids. They broke the law. Now it's time to even the score. Hey. in skies, but shadows got a skull now. AI locked and loaded, scan your docs, expose the fraud, watch the tyrants get demoted. Violations stacked like bodies in the street. Constitutional rights they tried to delete. Upload the evidence, let the algorithm strike. We don't beg for mercy, we punish what ain't right. CPS, Punisher, mount up, skull on the app. Justice won't stop, fight back harder, never gonna drop. Punisher rising, your family's on top. CPS, Punisher, lock and load, break the chains, reclaim the road. AI warrior, truth overload. They fear the skull, cause the Punisher's code. Family court circus, judges playing God, but we got the blueprint. Beat them at their fraud, step by step defense, no more silent screams. Turn their violations into criminal schemes. From Hampton streets to every county line, parents unite, it's payback time. Expunisher.com, download the fire, turn pain to power, set the system on fire. They thought we were broken, they thought wrong. AI in your corner, vengeance prolonged. No retreat, no surrender, no compromise. The skull don't blink when justice arrives. CPS, Punisher, punish up. We don't ask, we deliver the thunder. Punisher, Punisher, family forever, tyrants go under. Punisher rising, the war's just begun. Download now, your fight's already won. The CPS Punisher, justice served cold. Protect what's yours, stand tall, fight on. Fight on.
We know it's all about the money. We know it's all about the money. We know they lie. We know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?